That's what you coach for, right? This time of year?
Yeah, and it's more important what these guys play for. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of this as an assistant coach and head coach, but it's always fun to take a look, especially this group where the majority of them have not been here to the NCAA tournament.
What are you telling them about the ride?
Number one, enjoy it. And, we had Jared Jack, Marvin Lewis on the show last night, radio show, and one thing they echoed is you have valuable games. I mean, enjoy the experience and really look around and see what it's all about. When the game starts, you got to value every possession.
What have you learned from your previous experience?
You know what? Everything you're talking, you preach the whole year. You see it, especially in this game. The guys that have been listening, they go out and they perform well. The guys that are still not sure, it's amazing how an NCAA tournament game can really show you, the strengths and weaknesses of your team. Really, it magnifies it. The games that we've been in, won and lost, it goes back to all the lessons. And it's funny how the players years later will come back and say, Coach, now we really understand what you're talking about.
Talking to the guys, they said the 3 wins in 3 days did a lot for their confidence because the way they won up some of the games, won 25 turnovers, but they still won. That was the most important thing. Do you see a sense of confidence in them now that they didn't have the
Yeah, I felt like their confidence was growing all year. The important thing for me was when we lost some of those close games that they didn't get discouraged. Tournament basketball tends to be, especially conference tournament basketball, tends to be on the ugly side because everybody knows what you're doing. I don't think there was a play run this weekend by either team that we didn't know exactly what was going to happen. But that's what you need to do. You build that confidence up and you control the things you can control, and hopefully at the end you pull out a win. That's what these guys did for the most part this weekend.
So you go from a tournament where you know every play to an opponent where the guys say, I know nothing about at all. We're going to learn it today. But what do you know about Oklahoma State and prepare these guys for?
Well, I mean, James Anderson's a pretty good player. Obviously, Big 12 Player of the Year. The kid Page is a great shooter. They run a lot of good stuff. They run a lot of good plays, a lot of good sets. They're a very good shooting team. They're kind of like Duke without the inside size.
What does it say about that player, 7th seed in that conference, with all of their big names and big teams to be Player of the Year?
Oh, he's a tremendous player. He can score a lot of different ways. He reminds me of Singler in that he can shoot the 3, he can go off the dribble, he can post up. I mean, he's a big-time player.
If you shut him down, do you shut down Oklahoma State?
Not necessarily, no. In their Oklahoma game, the first round of the conference tournament, I don't think he scored in the first half, but the kid Page ended up with, I think, 20 points, 21 points. And then Obi Manello is a really tough matchup. He's basically a 3-man playing the 4.
Paul, shooting, rebounding, fighting through screens, defense, whatever, that wins games. But were you tempted to say, can we stay in the same hotel as 04? Can we have the same bus driver as 04?
We might be doing that. You never know. We might be doing that, Randy.
Coach Page,